Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is a daily tarot oracle reading, Tattle Tales from Tales from the Vector. This is general or collective, so take what works for you and just leave the rest. Also, this is a timely reading. If you're watching it at this time, it's the perfect time for you. But if it's been a while since I posted this, what was going on back then, that could give you further clarity as to your situation now. I did a little bit of a meditation beforehand, and the underlying energy from the tarot deck is the Temperance card. So Temperance has been coming out a lot the last few days, and I feel that this is just because there's a full moon tonight in the sign of Capricorn, and the energy is also the same day. Today we had Mercury go retrograde, so communication is a little distorted. So between the distorted communication and a full moon in Capricorn, I feel like we might need some temperance. So this energy is talking about staying on your divine path, on your path of glory. In the Bible, it says that 144,000 angels are sent down by God, and they are sent down to make the world a more beautiful place, adding their own special alchemy to the universal pool and then grounding that on earth. And you can see where she's got her left foot here. We have flowers growing already, so it's working. And then we have, and temperance means keeping your temper, basically, having a good attitude, not giving into volatile emotions. The underlying energy for my oracle, Tales from the Vector, which is courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. This is talking about the Emperor, Sigwinasantseretska, and he is from the Ural Mountains in Russia. And this is he has special DNA. He's known throughout dragon lore as being one of the most powerful dragons of all, and he is very much like the Emperor. He has his armor underneath his robe, and he's ready to go. His spine is made of iron, and so he is the Emperor represents an energy of whatever they are working on, whatever they are, it is their career or whatever their projects they're participating in, that it's high level performance, and they are looked up to for being the best at what they do. The Emperor is actually, in the tarot, he embodies the qualities of all four kings from the minor arcana, and then he brings that energy, like it's a status symbol, basically, or not a symbol, but a status in the major arcana of being able to stay on your destined path and be high level performance, have temperance, basically, be on your not get taken down by distraction and losing your focus, etc. So the Emperor is considered to be a high-level performance person that you can go to for advice, basically. We have the Five of Wands here, and the Five of Wands. This is the only card in the tarot where there's actually people that are adolescent arguing. Sometimes this can represent that there could be some sibling rivalry, or on a bigger scale, it could even be siblings, rivalry in the big world. But this is about competition and how to handle competition. So the competition from the, in this card, I consider this to be my Mean Girls card because it's adolescent, it's immature competition. So, can just think of like narcissistic cheerleaders that are in grade 6 and up to maybe grade 10. They made the team, and they feel like, they feel special, and they are used to winning. But they're at a competition, and there's another team there that's better than them, and they can tell, and they're like panicking. What are we gonna do? Like, we gotta win that trophy. It's that type of energy. And they'll cheat if they have to. They'll do whatever they have to. And if they aren't successful, their mothers will be, and pulling strings in the back. And it's that type of energy of immature competition where you're, Competition, and particularly in sports, is to inspire you to do better and to also be able to learn from the competition. And that's the best approach that we can have. I mean, you only have to be 1% better than the best team to be the winner. And so even if everybody on the team decides that, hey, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to give it my best, I'm going to practice, and I'm going to do the best job that I can do, so that at the next competition, I'm going to be at least 1% better than I was at the last one. That is what, is going to, if everybody on the team has that attitude and they learn that, instead of focusing on the trophy, focus on the team, what they're doing, and learn from them so that you can practice doing that as well. That's basically what competition at its best is used for. So you can always learn from the competition as well as be inspired by it. And that's the best approach to have. Learning things the more easy way. And then we have the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups energy, that's the knight in shining armor that we read about in all the novels. He's dressed to the nines and he's got a cup of love, and he's coming in and he's coming in correct. Like he's, his offer is authentic, and he's given it some thought beforehand. And so there could be a cup of love coming in, and we have the Hierophant, the hang. Why can't I talk tonight? The Hangman, Mercury retrograde, whack. And so the Hangman is hanging upside down from the Tree of Knowledge, and he is hanging there because he wants to look at an issue or something that he's working on. He wants to see it from every single angle. And when his aura gets bright around his head, then he'll come down from the Tree of Knowledge and he will take action on what he's learned from observing. And we have the Eight of Swords here. So swords energy and tarot represent, your, it's the element of air, so it's thoughts, and it's your mental intelligence, discipline of your mind. This is someone who's stuck. Like, this is like, she has a blindfold on, she's all bound up. There's nothing stopping her from physically moving forward, but she feels like she's in a mental prison and she can't move. It's kind of like that fight, flight, or freeze energy. So she is, I feel like at one point there is way more water here. It's something that's emotional. Sometimes when people are bound like this, it can talk about being bound because you're trying to make difficult decisions about people or something you love. And this energy is, we have 8 wands in total and 7 of them are behind her. She has her right foot forward and it's on dry land. So the right foot moving forward is representing she's ready to take action. Her left foot is still sitting in a puddle. Now it's shallow though. I'm not saying, and it's like this, it represents the emotion, the water. I'm not saying her emotion is shallow, but I'm saying that there's less emotion than there was before. So I feel like she's about to walk away here, but she has put 7 thoughts behind her. And you notice she has her back to this, to her castle. So this could be a very difficult decision she's making about maybe leaving people she loves, leaving her home, that type of energy. And I feel like, it was very difficult to make, to go through all these decisions. But now she's going to get this sword and she'll cut herself free and take that blindfold off and take action, like, walk forward, move away from this energy and do what she has to do. That's basically what this is about. And sometimes these swords behind her can represent the thoughts of other people behind her back. So we don't really know 100% what's happened here. We have the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands is talking about some information or communication coming in, and he's considered the rebel with a cause. He's riding this horse and he has this big red plume on the back of his helmet. This represents, he knows he can be a little impulsive and hot-tempered, but he's learned to rein his emotions in and control his emotions and discipline his mind. So he'll get a better result. And the horses in tarot do represent heartfelt energy and passion. So, and you know, he's from the element of fire. The wands do represent the element of fire. This is talking about passionate action. Wood fuels the fire, so this is taking passionate action. And we have the pyramids in the background here. This is someone who loves to explore and go on adventures. He's a very optimistic person, fiery, but he's learned to contain it. And this energy also is the year of the fiery horse energy, which we moved into on February 17th. It's been coming out in the readings a bit lately, and I think part of that is in time for this full moon tonight, and for the 3 days before and after. The energy can be pretty intense because when we moved into the fiery horse energy, that was on February 17th on the Chinese New Year in the calendar. And this is Sagittarius energy, but it's very similar, the fiery horse energy, to this. But the warning with the fiery horse energy, and we're in that until February 6th of 2027, is to rein in your emotions and not be impulsive. Because be passionate, but don't be impulsive. You know, if you've ever seen a horse grab the bit and run, if a horse gets spooked and it does that, you have no control. It's like it'll just run, and it'll run quite often in a panic, and you could get dragged, you could be hurt in so many ways. And then when the horse finally slows down, like you could be miles away from where you wanted to be. And so that's kind of talking about the warning with the fiery horse energy is avoid being impulsive, avoid having like aggressive behaviors, and letting your emotions get away from you. And the other warning it has is this energy is like very fiery, and so it's like an energy, you know, and that's like this dragon. He's like, you know, fiery. So, you know, there's only so much, like you can have too much fire and then burn out. And so this is talking about making sure that you take, you know, that if you set really high goals for yourself, because it's this energy wants you to set very high goals, and there's nothing wrong with that. But give yourself enough time to reasonably achieve them, because you don't want to be burning the candle at both ends, or like pushing yourself so hard that you get burnt out and you can't cross the finish line. So that's the energy. And the fiery horse energy, I hadn't seen it for, like, it wasn't coming in that much for about the last 2 months. And all of a sudden, about 5 days ago, it's been coming out with almost every reading. So I just feel like it's just talking about that warning with the full moon and Mercury, like the communication being askew a little, to be careful of your, you know, that you don't regret, doing something impulsive because you're angry, or, you know, using your words in a harsh way and then regretting it. This energy of the Three of Wands is talking, it's sitting here on this energy here. And so I feel like this is saying that this energy, now that she's made the decision, she's kind of like a rebel with a cause. She wants to take action right away. And this energy here is about standing on the precipice of change and moving forward and wanting to, like, there's ships sailing by here on this yellow water. The water, it's from the sun shining on it. And this is saying that you want to, I feel like, okay, if I'm going to leave this situation, I'm going on an adventure. And quite often for me, this card represents someone who is leaving being a couple and going as a single individual. So this might be like, maybe she's decided, you know what, I'm going to go on a vacation or I'm going to hop on this ship and I'm going to move, I'm going to do something like, you know, here she does have her back to the castle. So it could be something like that. And this might be information that she received that was really challenging. And now she's decided, okay, well, it's kind of put a fire under her, you know, now she knows, okay, well, I'm going to go take action then. I'm done moping, I'm done thinking about it, I'm ready to take action and move forward. And this sometimes can talk about relocating, like moving, physically, but sometimes it can talk about making a shift maybe in your career. And as I said, sometimes it could be about leaving, being in a couple and becoming a single individual. We do have the King of Swords. The King of Swords can represent a divorce lawyer sometimes. It feels like this energy here might be about something like that with this card as well. Interesting, like, because I wonder who that, like, if this is this is a new love coming in, then maybe there was competition of something happened here. But we'll see here. The King of Swords energy is the king is someone that uses his words to earn his living. So this would be someone that's educated, and instead of working physically hard, it would be like using his education, his ability to use words. Quite often this can represent, like, we have a king here, so it would be a politician that's high up, a president, a prime minister, congressmen, senators, ministers in the financial and provincial government. This would be sometimes legal people. Quite often this will represent a divorce lawyer. If this is a lawyer, this normally is a lawyer that would be, because they're high up, they would be someone that is a partner in an established firm. It could represent judges, head prosecutors, chief of police, like people who have a lot of authority and power of making laws and of making sure that the laws are that there's courts and all of that type of energy. This energy can also be talking about maybe a best-selling author using their words. It could be researchers. It could be engineers, with patents, etc. This could represent as well surgeons, dentists, veterinarians, maybe psychiatrist energy. So you get the picture. Someone that uses their words to earn their living, and be able, like, social media people, that type of energy. There's a lot of gamers that have a lot, live streamers, that type of energy. It's someone that is basically understands the power of words and are good with the words. It's talking about understanding that words can be used as weapons, and they can also be used to uplift people. And the King of Swords also understands that if he gives his word and he doesn't follow it up with action, that his word is pretty much useless. We have, this is, I feel, the energy. Could there have been competition for someone that this person, like, was with or something? It feels like there could have been something like that. Because look at, we have like the five, we have five wands here. Well, we have 7 here, but this is protecting. This is about moving forward. I do feel this is this energy. Got into this energy of, okay, I'm going to go and do something. I'm going to move forward. Maybe consulted with whoever she needs to take the action she wants to take. And she has conviction, now that she knows what she knows, she has the conviction beyond a doubt that this is the steps that, like, she's going to fight for what's hers. She's going to protect herself. She has, this can be talking about, going to higher ground. And these are actions other people are taking against her. And this is her protecting herself, basically. And you notice we have a boot on one foot and a shoe on the other. And so this can sometimes represent someone that is like caught in between. Like, she's not quite done with it, but she's not, she's not stuck anymore. She got unstuck, and she's now wearing like a boot and a shoe. But sometimes this can also represent someone that was walking in someone else's shoes. So this sometimes can represent someone, identity theft, or someone trying to steal something from, like, intellectual material or something. Someone trying to be someone else. Sometimes that energy can be that, like, copycat energy, or trying to take maybe this competition for this lover, possibly. I'm not sure here. If you have to compete for a lover, let the, to me, it's like whatever. Yeah, because there's victory. See here? Now we have we have the Six of Wands and the Seven. So this is saying victory. Now these people are no longer like, they're not fighting anymore. They realize, okay, she's the leader. She has the laurel. She won, dang it. And they're just like, okay, they're begrudging it, but they realize, okay, this could even be for a promotion at work, or it could be a lot of things. It doesn't have to be like an actual physical competition or anything like that. But the way she won is, she must have really learned something from the rebel, the rebel with a cause, because you see how she's reining her horse in just like he is? And this horse is just like, this horse is being reined in too. So that's interesting. It's all like, this reading is really saying, you know, you might be feeling really fiery right now, like this dragon here, but you might want to be really careful with that energy, because, you know, it can be, it's something you regret, like if you go too far. I feel like there's a lot of people out there right now that are feeling a little aggressive. There's the Ace of Pentacles coming in as a gift from the divine. So the Pentacles represent your health, wealth, and happiness in the 3D. And of course, a big part of that is money. But you could have all the money in the world and still not have the lifestyle that you want. So this is ultimately about lifestyle. It's about having the money, as well as having like the money that you need to live a good lifestyle. And it's not about, it's about, you know, having the health and the love and, you know, enjoying your life. So this is a big pentacle, and this is a reward for following your North Star. The North Star is your destined journey and staying on your path of glory throughout all this. So basically this is, I feel like this is, there was some, I don't know if this competition was, I mean, if you have to compete for a lover, then it kind of takes the romance out of it, doesn't it? So I'm not sure. We're going to leave this, but there definitely was competition for something. And whatever happened, it caused her to be feeling stuck and really looking at it from a lot of different perspectives before she took action. And that's this energy here, getting out of this mind trap, this energy. And then there's also this energy of, okay, now being single. I feel definitely that's what it's talking about. So this could be an energy that is just coming in as part of the reward, that there could be a cup of love, or this cup of love could have not, it could have been a false cup of love. I don't really get that though. I feel like, let's just keep going. Let's see what happens here. Look at, there's another ace. So this is talking about the passion, a passion for new discovery coming in as well. So this is talking about now, like from being stuck here, you know, going single, maybe getting a divorce, and then having conviction beyond a doubt what she wants to do. She's fought for it and she's won. Maybe it is for this love. Maybe she does want to fight for a lover. I don't know. Each to their own. Like, if you have to, in my opinion, if you have to fight for someone that's a grown person, I could see if you were teenagers, you know, adolescent energy, but that's kind of immature. But if you have to fight for someone in love, then I don't know. I just, I don't think that it's like the, it just does, I don't get it. But anyway, we'll keep going. We have 8 cups here. So the 8 of cups is like, there's 5, and then there's 2, there's a gap, and there's a third one. So maybe this is some sort of energy where a lover was with someone else, a third party energy. This could have, if this is the case, though, because I feel like this was a cup of love being offered coming in. Maybe it was offered to the competition, and that's what is happening here, because someone's walking away from a relationship that they've had for like a long time, put a lot of energy into it. And sometimes this gap means like there was a third party energy between the couple. So it doesn't have to be that. This could be walking away from something you love to do or something you love to be. That could be too, but generally if the Knight of Cups is coming in, usually that's a solid offer of love. So maybe they kidnapped him. The competition. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he enjoyed being kidnapped and decided, oh, I'll just stay with these 5. It's kind of funny. It's just not. I'm not getting it. But like, I'm a little dense that way. I just don't see the value of having to fight for someone that is offering you a cup of love. If you have to fight for him, then what use is his cup of love? It doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, we have 10 cups here now of love after this situation, after walking away. So this could just be talking about maybe in the past it was a past relationship and they got divorced because this person was always out and about with other people. That could be. And this is a new love coming in. I don't understand though why this person is down here. Why isn't this up here? You know, well, okay. It could be because this is someone that you knew from the past, that kind of energy. Or maybe this person was like this before. And maybe they were young and, you know, a little bit on the wild side. And then this is talking maybe about settling now, learning to rein their emotions in or whatever. Maybe this lover had asked this it could be the earth angel energy, because we got an emperor and an earth angel. But when this person was in this energy of like, I don't think I'm gonna go away with this prince, because when I knew him, he was always with, you know, he always had like all these women around him, and I'm not fighting for, well, that makes sense. I'm not fighting for I already been down that road once before, or that's just not my idea of love. And I know what I want, and I want a solid offer. If I don't get a solid offer, I'm not up for it. And just by having that attitude, that makes her a winner, really. This is talking about the pentacles and the passion and the love coming in after walking away from the situation. So we'll keep going here. Oh, here's a new lover coming in. So this is, I think this was the person that was divorced. Saying this. It was a false cup of love, unfortunately. Like, and okay, now I get it. Okay, so now it makes sense. Now it's like she wasn't willing to fight. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not fighting for this love. Looking at it from all angles. But I feel like this was a relationship that this could have been a marriage that this earth angel energy that was in this energy walked away. But she became the winner just for walking away, because then all these rewards come in, and the new lover is sitting on this energy here. So that clarifies it, because it's sitting with God. So this is saying, with the cloud in between, and look at the clouds that come with God, saying that this is someone that you need to, it's not your normal type. You're going to have an open mind about it. This isn't someone you've known before. There's a cloud in between. It could be someone you know or you know of, but you haven't had a relationship with them. This is not talking about this same person here. That's being clarified here. And see that walking away from this put you in this energy. Now that makes sense to me. Okay, I can handle that. And then look what we have at the top here. We have the 3 of Cups. This is just a weird reading. I'm not surprised to see this. The 3 of Cups is talking about a celebration. These 3 witchy poos come out with every full moon. I was surprised they didn't come in earlier. But they've got, like, they are toasting each other, but they're not really toasting each other. They're toasting something that happened. Now, isn't this interesting? If there was a third party energy and he walked away. I think that these three, I think this is like the happy ending in a weird way, because this is talking about the new love coming in for the earth angel energy, and I feel this is talking about the third party energy that caused all this problem. And it's kind of like, you can have them. This is talking about, I feel that one of these is the third party energy, or maybe all three, because remember what I said down here. Could be someone that, you know, that has a lot of partners. And so this, whatever, I mean, whatever it is, but it wasn't for this person. She wasn't going to fight for this energy, and it didn't work out. And I think there might have been a divorce. It could be, because this is looking like maybe they were together for like about 8 years, and then there was a third party energy, and she walked away, or he walked away. He walked away, she walked away. Remember, the characters in tarot are not gender specific. They're talking about masculine and feminine energy. So some of these roles could be reversed. But in any case, this is three people celebrating something, but they're not celebrating each other because they're not looking at each other. They're not toasting each other. There's not really any intimacy here. This is more about, woohoo, we got him. We have got him, but this new lover is someone different. And so the happy ending is he has this and you have this. So in a lot of cultures, the reason why this card, it doesn't feel like a true celebration to me is, in a lot of cultures, if you toast someone and you don't look them in the eye, like in Europe, they'll freak out on you, like it's 7 years bad luck in your love life, and they're like, look me in the eye. And so because it's not just for you, it's for them as well. And so this definitely could be some sort of energy like that. Like maybe you were with someone that was a bit of a playboy or whatever. The rebel with a cause can be a little bit like that, I mean, for sure. So I mean, whatever it is, it is. But walking away from that opens you up to the love that you want. I mean, each for their own. I'm not going to judge it. I'm not even sure I got it right, but I feel like it's something like that. So we have this energy here of competition, you winning, but you win by, it's so interesting because I think you did win this person, but then you found out after. I don't think you knew you were in competition with them. I think that's the problem. Like you thought you were maybe with someone that was giving you a solid cup of love, but he was busy with a bunch of other people and you didn't know it until you knew it. And then once you knew it, like but you come out of it. You came out of this energy and healed enough to be receiving this cup of this pentacle and a new lover. And I feel definitely this is the third party energy celebrating as well. And it's kind of like you can have them. Like I'm with it. Like it's like you're here, and they feel like they're on top because they won your old lover, and you're like, you can have them. I have this one. And so walking away from it, you're the one who walked away. I'm getting. And became single. You're the one who decided to become single. This rebel with a cause energy, I feel actually was yours. I feel like you were like, I'm out of here. Galloping away. It's a little bit of a different reading. It's not my favorite kind of reading, but because it's about, kind of, I don't know, immature, like, I don't know. It's just, I'm not in the mood for it tonight or something. It's just that type of energy. I'm going to clarify it though, for those that want clarification. Yeah, Stella says, I don't really care for that reading either. All right. The cards here are, the numbers on them represent the paintings in the order that they are on my website, Tales from the Vector. And the website's talesfromthevector.com, and I will put them in the description box below. This is the order that they're in the gallery of paintings. So we already talked about this. Yeah, a tower hits here because of the competition. So, okay, now we're starting to get somewhere. There is a divorce. The worst divorce would be from source, but I do feel there was a divorce because there was a whole bunch of competition. You know, there was, I feel like there was, maybe there was 5. This came up in another reading a while back here. And then there's jealousy. I'd rather be better than bitter. This is walking away from this love, basically. And it says sibling rivalry, and I'm like, oh, I hope not, but it could be that there could have been siblings fighting over this person or something. The hangman is sitting on the hangman, so it's talking about needing to have balance in that, looking at it from all perspectives, and realizing, like, making a real tough decision here. Maybe you were someone that told yourself, like, if I get married, I will be married for life kind of energy. And so it was you know, and going through all the emotions, especially if you found out one at a time, you know, it could have been a little hard. And this is about, feeling, you know, pride before the fall. You know, it's that all or nothing energy. And some people are like that. Like some people binge on drinking or whatever. Some people binge on sex. Some people binge on whatever. So it's impulsive energy. You know, and then we have the battle star energy. So this is about having the courage to really really dig deep and decide, like, what am I going, like, what do I really want, and deciding to walk away from it. I feel like that's this energy here, having the courage to walk away. And because this could be someone that you really love. Like, just because you left them doesn't mean you don't love them, but you don't love the lifestyle. That's the energy coming up. And so, the ego definitely could be bruised. But if a man has, I'd say this is a man, it could be a woman, but just because the pictures are male and female here, let's say this lover is, you know, has quite a big ego because all these people are fighting over him or her, right? So keep your ego in check, because like that only, you know, it's just weird energy. A lot of temptation. The devil comes in, and there's temptation to cheat. And in the regular devil card, there is 2 lovers yoked to each other into Saturn's box, and it's about lust rather than love. And I feel like that's the energy. I feel like this partner may have actually really loved you, if this is you I'm talking to, but they just had a thing. They had maybe an addiction of some sort, almost like it was very intense for them. And I do feel that they were tempted and they'd give in to that temptation. Let's cover the devil and see what energy comes in. In my oracle, this is a beautiful pink dragonfly with she's adorned in Swarovski crystals and very pretty and lacy and feminine. And so the devil's not going to tempt you with ugly. The devil's going to be tempting you with something that's beautiful, that you really, oh, look at that, you know, that's really shiny. And so you're not going to get it's manipulative energy. You're not going to get the truth from the devil. So I always check to see what's the next card up. What minion does the devil send in? Because he doesn't do his own dirty work. Or does God cover it? And look at this. He sends a lover in. Look at that. Right on. And it's sitting here. This has been coming up in their readings. And it's kind of like, I almost feel like this energy from here blocked off the energy you were supposed to be in by coming in and being your lover and saying all the right things and everything, and took you off that. Maybe I feel like this lover does really love you, and they just can't keep, you know, doesn't have a lot of self-control, and didn't want you to have anyone else. He wanted you, but he also wanted all of the other lovers. I feel that's the energy right there. And this is an energy of, you had to make a big decision about, are you going to walk away from someone you love that is in that energy? And this is kind of like you had to choose between this energy or this new lover. And you were like, I want the real deal. I don't want to be dealing with this energy anymore. It was putting you in a mental prison. Not good for you. And some people don't mind that. Other people, it's too hard on them. And so this is talking about using your intuition for sure. And like God is shining on this, saying you made the right choice here by walking away. See, it's right on here. That's how you end up with the true love. And I'd say this energy here belongs, to here. Like that's kind of saying this is the energy coming together here, down. I don't know if you can see that even. It's kind of like this. And this energy belongs over here. Kind of like that. That's what I'm seeing. Making this decision. So that's a decision, that you have to make for yourself. Definitely. And that, and to be then with someone that treats you like you're their empress instead of being treated like you're just one of many. But the thing is, what I get here, what I understand from this is saying that just because someone does something like that doesn't mean they don't love you. They just don't know what love is, if that makes sense. And maybe you didn't either, and now you do. Because God is saying this is going to be like true love, the real thing, what you're wanting. And so that's why you're victorious in this. So even if this energy and maybe that's, I don't know, can you see that? Yeah, you can kind of see that. So I'm going to leave it at that. It's kind of a different reading. But I feel like it's got a lot of sense. Remember, emotions are really high right now, and will be probably for the few coming, intense for the next 4 or 5 days. And so be careful with your temper. It's saying it over and over and over again, and be careful about your impulses, that you don't want to regret something you do, and then once you've done it, you can't undo it. That's what I'm feeling. Good advice for all of us. All right, I do hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you for your likes and comments, your subscribes. I really, really appreciate them all. It's really helping me build my channel. I'll be back with another daily reading for you again tomorrow. Bye for now.